Now here's the Prime Minister speaking.
So I reiterate, Mr President, Terima kasih, Bapak President. Australia's relationship with Indonesia is one of our most important. We're linked not just by geography, we are linked by choice. We've enjoyed a long history of cooperation and friendship, and our relationship is ever deepened by the strategic and economic interests that we share. Here in Jakarta, I'm accompanied by Foreign Minister Penny Wong, Trade Minister Don Farrell, Industry Minister Ed Husic, and Luke Gosling, who represents Darwin in my team. A group of senior Australian business leaders have also joined me. We've all come because of our collective regard for Indonesia, the importance of the agenda that we've just discussed, and the enormous opportunity that we see here. I have a lot of respect for President Widodo's high ambitions for Indonesia's future, and I share his optimism. Today I informed President Widodo that I will attend the G20 Leaders Summit in Bali in November. I did so because the work of the G20 is critical at this time of global economic uncertainty, and it will be by working with Indonesia that we most effectively tackle the many challenges we face in navigating the post-COVID global economic recovery. I will work closely with President Widodo to help deliver a successful summit, and we discussed that this morning. Indonesia is on track to be one of the world's 5 largest economies. Revitalising our trade and investment relationship is a priority for my government, and it's why we plan to work with Indonesia to realise the potential of the Indonesia-Australia Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Our economic ministers will meet regularly, and we will continue to secure the backing of business on both sides. My government will work with Australian super funds, among our largest investors, to explore investment opportunities here in Indonesia. And the senior Australian CEOs who are here with me will be at the vanguard of a sustained campaign by Australian government and business to seize these opportunities. Bapak President, I also look forward to advancing our $200 million climate and infrastructure partnership with Indonesia. True to my government's ambitious climate targets, I want better access to affordable, reliable and secure clean energy right across our region as we transition to a net zero world together. Your planned national capital, Nusantara, is an incredibly exciting prospect, a nation-building project signalling where Indonesia is headed. And I'm pleased to offer Australian technical expertise to help you plan a clean, green, high-tech city. My government also intends to rebuild Australia's Indonesian language skills through support to the Australian Consortium for In-Country Indonesian Studies program. More Australians speaking Bahasa Indonesian will be vital to deepening our relationship. Several of my ministers and MPs, including the Minister for Climate Change and Energy, Chris Bowen, and the Member for Solomon, Luke Gosling, who are here today, have studied Bahasa Indonesia. Australia will provide 10 Recover Together, Recover Stronger scholarships for Indonesians to complete Masters or PhDs in Australia. Recipients will study in fields matching Indonesia's G20 priorities: global health architecture, sustainable energy transition and digital transformation. Bapak President, I also welcomed our discussion on regional and global interests. Deepening engagement with Southeast Asia is a priority for my government. We will deliver an additional $470 million over 4 years for Australia's bilateral and regional overseas development assistance programs in Southeast Asia. We will appoint a dedicated, high-level roving regional envoy. We will also establish an Office of Southeast Asia in the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade to ensure whole-of-government coordination of Australian efforts in the region. And we will deliver a comprehensive ASEAN economic strategy to 2040 to map current and future export and investment opportunities across key ASEAN markets. I reiterate today that ASEAN and ASEAN-led institutions are at the absolute centre of our vision for the Indo-Pacific. Australia supports the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific and its vision for a peaceful, prosperous and secure Indo-Pacific. This also means supporting Indonesia's leadership in the region, including your ASEAN chair year next year. I welcomed our recommitment to Australia-Indonesia MOU on trilateral cooperation with the Pacific, a framework for both of our countries to support the needs of our Pacific neighbours, and our MOU on agricultural cooperation, supporting our mutual efforts to tackle food security challenges at a time of reduced global food supply and increasing prices that we are all dealing with. To finish, can I say, Mr. President, that I was pleased we recognised our significant defence and security relationship and all this does to support regional security and stability. Our work together continues to grow in scale and in sophistication. I look forward, Bapak President, to hosting you in Australia for our next annual Leaders' Meeting. When that day comes, I hope I can make you feel as welcome as I have felt here today, although I can't promise a bike ride around Lake Burley Griffin, but we'll see how we go. Until we meet again, Sampai Ketumi Lagi.